initially I was practicing the Mahasi method, whereby naturally we focus a lot on the things we feel, the things we see, the things we do. Okay, so which means it's outward. But when we practice open mindfulness, we are expected to be watching our mind. Okay, so when we watch our mind, is inward. So the difference is when we practice looking at object, okay, hearing sounds or doing whatever, it is outward. We are not looking at our own mind. Okay, the real practice comes when we look at our mind and see the thoughts and see the reactions that we receive whenever sights or sounds are impact on our consciousness. That is the important thing. That's what happened when the first time I went to Sāsanārakkha. For the first few days, I was doing a lot of object, focusing on the object rather than my own mind. Finally, when I caught it, then I understood it is the mind. The mind is the forerunner. The mind is our problem. It's the cause of all our problems. Yes.
Well, if they come to SBS and let's say they sign up for a guided retreat, and when they sign up, they tell us that they want to come for guided retreat for 5 days, 4 nights, then of course, the duration of the practice is 5 days, 4 nights. Because then the teacher will be guiding them. So for example, if Bhante Arya Dhammika were to be the guide, he would normally give an interview session at about 9:30, about 9:30 a.m. for about 1 hour or 1.5 hours. And then that's where he will guide the yogis on how to practice and to take their questions and to clear the doubts. So upon receive such instruction and advice, then the yogis will practice throughout the day. And next day, during the interview, they'll be sharing their practice with Bhante again. And that's what we meant by the entire duration. If I understand this question as it is, then that's what you meant by entire duration. If the guided retreat is done by Sister Chua, then you have the opportunity to meet her at least 3 times a day: morning, afternoon, and evening sunset. It is what we call open awareness sunset. And you'll be guided by her how to open the eyes, watch the sunset, and watch the mind. Very interesting. So if I understand entire duration, then it is throughout the whole retreat, you are on retreat.
If we like hiking but are a bit slow, may need to rest, can we can we join the MHR?
Yeah, sure can join, because of course if the trail is long and difficult, definitely a lot of people will have to rest. So of course we do stop as well. We're not going to push everybody. The point is it's not a physical thing that we push people. The main point is not to hike. Not to say not to hike. Hiking is a way of practice. So the point is to practice, not that we are chasing a time to hike and stuff. So the main point is to practice. Then the next question is, what is the typical daily program for a hiking retreat? So a typical daily program, it may change from day to day, because like you're hiking from one place to another. Some routes might take longer, but on average, let's say you could say wake up at 6 o'clock. That's then at 6 o'clock there'll probably be a Dhamma, a morning meditation practice. Then morning meditation practice. Then there'll probably be a bit of chanting as well. Then 8 o'clock probably be the meal for the day. 10 o'clock will be the hike. 10 o'clock start hiking. Probably we'll be back. we'll be back about 2-3 o'clock kind of thing. 2-3 o'clock. After you come back, then you clean up. 6 o'clock there'll be a Dhamma talk. Then probably by 9 o'clock. Maybe if there are a lot of questions, 10 o'clock, then you sleep. Then for the next question, is mindful hiking retreat suitable for beginners? I would think it is suitable for beginners, but of course, it would be ideal. If you know that you want to come for the hiking retreat and you know that you don't have much experience, then probably you should go and try some hikes on your own first as well. Instead of coming here, then you also clumsy. You don't want to fall down on your first day of retreat, right? So you can practice on your own. There are a lot of hiking paths in Malaysia. So the next question, which hiking trail isn't infested with leeches? So yeah, leeches is actually out of the retreat is actually not an issue. Of course, we try to keep our precepts, but then in the retreat in particular, because first precept we are not supposed to kill. So you obviously you can't kill the leeches during the retreat in particular. So you either try to live with it but Bante's recommendation is because one of the guardian meditations that are taught is the metta meditation. So Bante always says that radiate metta, it will help with the leeches.
Wouldn't radiating metta will attract more? They say, oh, this guy is radiating.
Bante said opposite. No, but you don't harm them, they also won't harm you. So
those with diabetes, is it advisable to join MHR?
I am not sure how serious the diabetes is because of diabetes. There's a range. It could be well controlled. It could be not well controlled. So that one maybe have to take up on case-to-case basis with the committee. Let them decide whether they're okay with taking up the condition or not.
Brother Ang, I would like to offer an answer from the retreat center. Those with diabetes, is it advisable to join? Well, if you come for your self or guided retreat over here or group retreat over here, of course, in your form, you have to inform us. And then basically what we do is that it is the same as you would in your own house. Your medication, your injection at the meal time. And then you know for yourself whether you can sustain that or not. So no difference. The only difference is that perhaps you have to take meals after 1 p.m. and that please write in the form and I will get permission from Bante Arya Dhammika and then you'll be accepted. Or even Bante Agachita will actually accept that. As long as you mention and that you got the needs on medical reasons. Yeah. The other thing is that the Bante Gotachita's December rejuvenation Anapanasati retreat, we do have participants who come with diabetic, who are diabetic who join as well. And for many days, they stop their medication. I'm not saying that you should do that. No, I didn't mean that. But there are people who come and they stop medication. They just follow the program. They are well. And one thing important or useful to know in this rejuvenation retreat is you'll be given the opportunity to check your blood glucose level and ketone level twice within that 2 weeks. And this is all being paid by SBS. We actually buy the strip, glucose strip and ketone strip for you to test after your fasting. So I'm not expert in 8 precepts, so I can't really answer your question. But my assumption is only my assumption, yeah. The bed at SBS is sufficient enough for retreats. It is not a resort kind of bed. It is not like, 1 feet high of spring. No, it's not. It's like this, but sufficient. So to me, it's not breaking the precept. Brother Adrian or Sister Lehun, do you want to supplement my answer?
I think I recall Bante's answer to this question was that if this recollecting from memory, I'm not sure. So I recall Bhante said it was the precept is high and luxurious. So it may be high, but it is definitely not luxurious. So you're not breaking the precept.
Well, to Jimmy, as the name suggested, self-retreat means by yourself. But of course, over here, I do encounter yogis who come for 2 weeks by themselves, and they really by themselves, no talking, no silence, perfect yogi, exemplary yogi. For those yogi who come for more than 1 month, 2 months, we do have. For them, they do need guidance on and off because they progress well in their practice, being noble silent and really into meditation, because they are all very self-disciplined. They do need guidance sometimes. And then what you do is that you request the support of our teachers here. Usually it will be Bhante Arya Dhammika supporting them, or any of his monk nominees could be supporting them. So that is not, that can always be arranged. Yeah. So Jimmy, do come for your self-retreat. Yeah. And if you need support any time of the retreat, then you'll get teachers for you. But please bear in mind that those who sign up for self-retreat, you must have at least 30 days of physical retreat experience. Physical, why physical? Because we want you to have the experience observing 8 precepts in a retreat center, living in a community, knowing the do's and don'ts before you come for self-retreat, because you need to be self-disciplined. Yeah.
Okay, so there are probably two types of retreats. One is the mindful hiking retreat. That one has no age limit in particular. There's another one, the youth mindful hiking retreat. So that one, minimum age 16, maximum age 35. So if you're out of this range, you can go for the non-youth, the normal hiking retreat, mindful hiking retreat. Okay, so natural method. At SBS, they have charcoal water. So you can spray charcoal water on your socks. Charcoal water smells like barbecue flavor kind of thing. So your feet will smell like smoke. So the leeches won't come to you. Then of course, if you have a phobia of leeches, I think I recall a story from Bhante actually, where if you're having a phobia, it's kind of a mental thing. So there is a cause and condition for that as well. So if you develop mindfulness, you can and you manage to see the cause and condition of this leech phobia, you might be able to resolve it. You need to see why it came up. Investigate why you have this phobia of leeches. It doesn't come, the phobia of leeches doesn't come, not everybody has it. It's not like it's a built-in feature.